Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your July 2025 reading. I'm Corinne from Sacred Star Tarot. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And if you're returning, thanks so much for coming back. So, for this month, we're going to have a look at the energies you'll be working with and see what advice the cards have for you. So, of course, we're in Cancer season, a fellow water sign. So, the energy is going to be around nourishment, self care, home and family. It's a very introspective energy in the month of Cancer. Then on the 10th of July, we have the full moon in Capricorn. And the full moon is about revealing what's being unconscious to your awareness so that you can understand what needs to be shifted and changed. And being in Capricorn, that is around your ambitions, what you're working towards, what your drive and the patterns around the way that you work. Then by the end of the month, we're moving into Leo. And Leo is, of course, that fire energy. It's a very extroverted energy. So going from Cancer, which is very internalized, to Leo, which is external, there'll be a big shift. And we have the new moon in Leo on the 24th of the month. So there'll be a couple of shifts and changes along the way. But let's look more specifically at what the advice and what's going to be happening for you throughout the month. Now, I've meditated on your energy, and it's a very, very interesting month. And the reason I'm saying that is because your signifier card, so front and center, is the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune really shows a shift, a big shift and change. It's a major arcana, so it's a spiritual, on the spiritual level, on the unseen, in the unseen. Now, what's led up or precipitated, I get tongue-tied, that is coming into the month, you're in the Hierophant in reverse. So the Hierophant upright is all about your beliefs, what you value, following the rules and ideas of, could be religion, it could be society, and we form our basis of the way that we live on those beliefs. Because it's in reverse, this is telling me that you're questioning it. Something may have happened where it's caused you to question what you really believe in, what's true for you. Because the Hierophant is when we're breaking out of the rules of how spirituality should be, life should be. And that's wonderful, so that you can find your own beliefs on things. So maybe that has come through something that's shaken up your world. It could come from, friends or family, or something that has made you question your beliefs and maybe stepping outside of the beliefs that you were brought up with. Because of that, it is changing the tides mid-month. And by the end of the month, you have the Page of Wands in reverse with the Temperance. So, Scorpio, what this is you wanting some passion and inspiration, but it's just not quite there yet, but it will be, so don't worry. It could be that you might be feeling frustrated because you feel like things have changed, you've seen things differently, you've got a new belief system which forms the foundation of how you're seeing life. But by the end of the month, that inspiration isn't quite there yet. So don't be frustrated because it's with the Temperance. So that's saying that on that deeper level, there's some time for things to settle. And that may be because sometimes when we change what we believe to be true, it can cause a little bit of it can be a bit unsettling. We've got to find our grounding again. So you might just need a little bit of time to rebalance, is what I'm seeing with the Temperance. So don't worry if you're wanting that inspiration and that drive or that new idea to come in. It'll come, but be patient. Just allow it to come in. Now, your conscious mind, so the way your mind will be thinking for the month, is the Queen of Pentacles. That's wonderful. So that's being in the receptive mode. The Queen of Pentacles is a very stable, grounded energy, which is great because that can ground your water. And she is focused on the value she has in her life, what's important to her, focusing on what she really wants. She is not focused on the rabbit, which the rabbit represents our fears, our anxieties, our nervousness. She's just focused on what she wants. So that's a really good position for your mental health and your mind. Now, in your subconscious, underneath the surface, what's going on there for the month, you have the Three of Pentacles. So this is really a reevaluation on the way that you work with people, your connection to people, but particularly the way that you work together. The three always represents our not single partnerships, how we work together as a community. And you might be understanding something about your patterns on the way that you're working together. And we're going to get a little bit more. We're going to dive deeper to understand it. But what a, front and center, you have the Wheel of Fortune. It's a really big shift. So can we please clarify? Can we please clarify the Hierophant? Yeah. Oh, okay. Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Sword in reverse, and the World in reverse. Yeah. So you're not quite, you're ending a cycle. You're ending a cycle, and actually, that's really happened at the beginning of the month. And the cycle is to do with the way you believe, what you believe to be true. I think you've had an insight about something, and maybe that's come from an experience. So let's find out the Wheel of Fortune. Can we please clarify the Wheel of Fortune for Scorpio? Four of Pentacles. Okay. Too many cards, but that's the one we want. So Seven of Wands. Let me see. Let's get one more for you, Scorpio. Could we please have one more to clarify? The Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands, please, for Scorpio for the month of July. Okay, yeah, okay. So you have the Lovers in reverse, and this shift, why I'm taking a while is because what it's showing is that this change in mindset is actually helping you on multiple levels. So it's helping you on the level of, your finances, where things have been tight and restricted. Also, your fire energy, the way that you handle challenges, and also your lovers, the way that you are able to connect with others, to have an open heart and to live life. So, and this reading is not specific because it's such a big change in the way that you're seeing life that it has a ripple effect over multiple layers. Can we understand what this belief is? Two of Wands. So it's about your decisions and how you're making your decisions. Let's find out a little bit more. Okay, so it's all about your choices. Very interesting. Bottom of the deck. Okay, now let's get some advice, because the belief system is going to be different for each person. But your advice for the month of July is to keep balanced, keep harmonious. See, in the background, he has the water that is like the tide. And I think you're getting an understanding of the ebbs and the flows of life, and maybe even healing some of the past, understanding, that sometimes the big change is when we understand that the low points are just as powerful as the high points. And we can then change the way that we see our struggles and turmoil, which allows you to then let go of the past and move past the hurts and the fight and betrayals and, whatever has happened that's in the subconscious. It's such a big change, Scorpio. Very big inner change fundamentally. Oh, yeah, there you go. Star card and the Death. Yeah, big transformation. Okay, now let's get an oracle card. So it's a very non-specific reading. I'm sorry, I can't be more clear with it, but it's a change in your belief. So your animal spirit for the month is the bee, with community. And I think this whole change is to open you up to your connections with other people. The bees work together, and that's what we see in your subconscious, that this is working for you to help you to build community, be with other people. You are a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything you touch. Be open to receiving sweetness. You are the queen of abundance. So the bee. And I can see that that's coming in for you more even in Leo season. So this is to get a new perspective, ready for Leo season, for the change on the physical level and the abundance to come in. Let's see what the moon wants to add to your reading. Can we please have a moon message for Scorpio for the month of July? Can we please have a moon message for Scorpio? Too many, but it's this one. Okay. You have take time to breathe out, and a new start is coming, new moon. And that's really what I'm seeing in August for you. Now, throughout the month, the take time to breathe out is actually to allow yourself the time to process this. And maybe it's a reevaluation of, what's important to you, how life works. There's something that's happened to precipitate this. And it's a really good thing. Taking stock, what do I believe in? Maybe some of my beliefs aren't what I think anymore. And whatever those changes that are happening, turn the wheel in your favor. And each one of you, that's going to be different. But trust it, take the time, breathe out, let the healing happen, and then the fire will come back in. You don't need to rush it, that inspiration. It will be in Leo season. It could be at the very beginning or just a little bit delayed after. But it's a very, very important month for you. Lovely. So I'm going to call this a higher truth, understanding a higher truth. Lovely. So that is your reading for the month of July, Scorpio. I'm wishing you all the very best for the month, sending you lots of blessings. If this has helped you through the month, I would really appreciate a thumbs up and subscribe. It helps my channel more than you'll know, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.